Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2023 IFBB Pro League World Clash Pro Bikini and Pro Masters Bikini results with some beautiful athletes in both of these divisions. And I've got another recap of my own journey to Olympia coming your way 9 weeks out, so stay tuned for that. And of course, there are more show recaps coming as well, so make sure you subscribe. Okay, so in terms of Olympia, it's last year's top 3 who are automatically qualified, and then it's the winner of each contest in the qualification period. Now, of course, you can also see at the bottom that former Olympia winners also have lifetime eligibility so long as it's not more than 5 years since their last Olympia win. So let's look at the scorecard for Pro Bikini. In first place, Isa. Second place, Ariana. Third, Day. Fourth, Wu. And fifth, Laura. So here's Laura in fifth, and I can't get over her legs. Absolutely beautiful shape. She's posing so well to really show off the curve of her quad in the back. Really great hamstrings, nice calves. Like, she is extremely curvy and shapely, and I think she looks amazing. Really nice obliques, flat stomach, just stunning. Her conditioning is really good. Potentially in the back pose, maybe a hair too much compared to the other girls. She definitely comes across looking very hard and athletic, which I personally love. The only other thing I can think of is maybe just in terms of this one particular photo, the shoulders were a little bit uneven. If she could just get this shoulder a little higher, pull up a bit more, I think that would do even better of a job of showing off her amazing hourglass shape. But she's got great glutes, a really beautiful curve, and just overall, I think she looks stunning. And I like how forward facing she is. She's got a nice angle of this front foot. You're seeing a lot of her torso, and you're seeing both of her shoulders really clearly. So this was beautiful. And of course, the suit, gorgeous. Next in fourth place is Wu. She is absolutely beautiful. And the first thing I noticed was the conditioning and just the comparison between the last 2 shows that we've seen her in the top 5. I think it's kind of in the middle. She's more conditioned than we saw at Tahoe. I see a little bit more detail in her hip, a little bit more detail in this back quad, for example, but not quite as sharply defined as at the Texas show. So this was a nice, happy middle ground, very beautiful fullness, and yet still some of those lines coming through to show off the gorgeous muscles. She's got an amazing midsection, really nice obliques, good 6-pack abs. I'm not crazy about how far she keeps her hand over her belly button. I think that if she pulled it back, we'd get a little bit more of a view of that amazing 6-pack. And I love the red suit. I think I do prefer red on her than the green. I just think it's very stunning and striking with her dark hair, her red lip. At the end of the day, I do think she could have more size. She could have a little bit more leg, a little bit more curve to the hamstring, but I still think she's got a really beautiful silhouette and overall just a gorgeous athlete. Okay, next is Day in third place. Oh man, she looks good. I love all of the shine and gloss on her skin. Like, she is radiant. This hip here, her oblique, the delt, just stunning. She's got beautiful size in the legs. I think she's got a great quad sweep, nice size in her glute, and her glutes have good curve right from the top all the way around, and amazing hamstrings, really big curvy legs. Love it. She's got a really small waist and nice lats and big open shoulders too. So overall, she's very muscular. She's got nice balance. The shoulder, the edge of the delt and the edge of the glute are really nicely lined up. Stunning. I think she could, though, put her foot a little bit more forward facing, By being so sideways in this front leg, it's giving me a great view of the profile of her glute, but to me, it's really straightening the front of her leg. Like my eye is going from the floor straight up, and I'm losing some of the curve of her quad. And I know it's there. I can see it on the back leg. So I'm wondering if she was a little bit less sideways and a little bit more forward, if we'd get to see a bit more curve in that front leg. I love the red suit. I think she could do a more bold red lip, but otherwise, she's beautiful. Okay, Ariana in second place. Amazing. She's doing so well, and she's got a beautiful fullness at this show. I think her delts look incredible. They're so round, particularly compared to this picture at the Nashville show. Unreal, really good shape, and even her glute to me looks a little bit more full and round, particularly at this top part right between the suit and the edge. I think she did a great job, really filling out her frame. Her legs look beautiful, great curve to the quad, amazing calves. Nice small waist. I'm not crazy about her makeup. I think the color is a bit off for the tan. But otherwise, the suit is beautiful. Her posing is really nice. I like how forward-facing her leg is. I think it's very flattering to the shape of her quad. You have a nice view of this definition coming through. She's got a softer conditioning than some of the others. You're not seeing as many lines and craziness in the abs, for example, but you still have nice sharp obliques. You've got that good detail coming through in the quad. And overall, I'm loving the fullness and curves. So a beautiful second. And now in first place, Issa, and she's just undeniably gorgeous. Her figure, her physique, her posing. What I really love is how upright she is. Her torso is completely level. The line of her oblique perfectly straight up and down. There's no lean, there's no tilt, there's no angles. It's absolutely straight. And what a curve she shows off in her back. I've always thought that she has an extremely exaggerated hourglass shape with her lat, her beautiful width in her delts. And man, do you ever see it? Great size and curve to her glutes, and her conditioning looks really good. Nice deep line surrounding her quad, beautiful abs and obliques, and some lines of definition coming through on her back leg without being overly hard looking. I think she's got a little bit less than we saw here at the Texas show, and it's working for her. She looks amazing. And of course, the purple suit. I love Issa in purple. I think it is so pretty. She can wear any color because she's drop dead gorgeous, but the purple to me looks really good, particularly with the background. Okay, so side by side, here I think Issa's tan could have been a bit darker. She has a little bit more of like that yellowy tone, and I think a richer, darker color would have been good, but you can still see all the definition very clearly. She's got a lot of line in her leg. This groove here looks great. And do you see what I mean about how she's accentuating the curve by the placement of her foot? I feel like Day beside her could be less sideways. Ariana to me looks almost leaning, the way that her ribs and her chest are out, whereas Issa is so straight up and down. Wu has that same straightness to her posing, which I like. I think it's a flattering shape. Even Laura has a little bit more of that angled appearance. So Issa to me is really nailing the posing. Her conditioning is gorgeous. You see so much detail. And then she has nice lines, but also nice curves. Good sweep to the quads, amazing shape and height to her glute, and just beautiful delts. And then from behind, what struck me here was the difference in the cuts of all the suits. Like Laura's suit has a lot more fabric than Issa's, for example. And so Issa, I'm seeing more of that curve to the inside part of her glutes, whereas Laura, I'm seeing more curve on the top of her glutes. It's just the cut, I think. I definitely like how Issa, we're seeing a really nice amount of fullness all the way from side to side. She's got really clear tie-ins. Ariana's got some really good curves on the top of her glutes as well. And Wu, man, so well defined on the edges of her glutes. But I do think she's got a bit too much hair. It's obstructing her waistline. With Issa, we're seeing a nice triangular shape, so you still get that hourglass from behind. Day in third place, nice length and longness into the hamstrings. She does have a lot more definition coming through on her hamstrings than the other girls. So that's something to be careful for sure. But nice tiny waist, beautiful delts on Laura. Everybody looks amazing. But I'm particularly also liking the size in Issa's legs. I think she's got really good balance between the size of the glutes and the size of the legs. Okay, so in terms of Olympia, she was already qualified. Okay, let's move on to Pro Masters. And now remember, this is not for the Olympia qualification. The Masters Olympia has its own system. So in first place, Jill, second, Nina, third, Vanessa, fourth, Cheryl, and fifth, Radka. So here's Radka in fifth. Amazing abs. Oh my gosh, her midsection is awesome. Really good definition. Nice lines also coming down into her legs. I think posing wise, she could twist a little bit more open so that we have a better view of the back shoulder. This shoulder could be a bit more out so that it's in line more with the glute. But still, she's got a great shape. She's got nice size. She could have a little bit more curve to the top of the glute up here, but beautiful still. Great red suit. I love the red lip, and I think she looks stunning. And check out all this jewelry. Lots of personality coming through. Love all the gold. Very unique. Okay, next is Cheryl in fourth place. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Extremely pretty makeup, gorgeous hair. Stunning. I love her suit, though I think it could fit a little better on the bottom. She probably came in really lean. The color, though, is stunning with her whole overall presentation. I think she looks so beautiful. She's got really nice legs, lovely lines, good sweep on the top of her quad. But I think even though she's got a nice shape to this hamstring, I think she could have a bit more size to the legs. And also, Cheryl could have a bit more roundness to the top of the glute up here. She has amazing obliques, really nice size in her lats and shoulders. If she could just pull up a little bit more, like to me, this hand is pulling her down and the shoulders aren't level. I feel like if she could pull up the shoulders, level them out, be a bit more like pumped up and proud looking up in the shoulders and chest, I think you'd really notice her hourglass even more and it would be really superb. But overall, absolutely gorgeous. Okay, next is Vanessa in third, and wow, conditioning. She looks extremely hard, extremely athletic. All of those lines in her legs, unreal. I'm loving the definition in her quads. Her sweep is amazing. I like how she's posing with her foot in the back. It really accentuates this back leg. Crazy lines, amazingly flat stomach, super sharp obliques, a bit ribby. I think she has to be careful that we're not getting too lean, but overall still really impressive physique, nice fullness in the glutes. I think she could have a bit more roundness to the delts, maybe even pull them back a little bit further to be a bit more twisted open, but man, what an impressive physique and a beautiful suit color. I think it's extremely flattering. The tan perhaps was a bit darker on the legs than it was, in her torso, but still, I think it's a nice color on her legs in particular, and just overall, she looked really, really beautiful. Okay, Nina in second place, amazing. I love seeing her continuously in the top 5. She's got a great shape, really nice softness. She doesn't come in with those crazy lines. The conditioning is beautiful. You got good detail coming through in the quad, but nothing crazy. Nice definition in her oblique, extremely flat stomach. The suit is beautiful. I love this green suit. It's really unique with that white crystal on the inside. She poses really nicely. It shows off her calves. It shows off her hamstrings. She's got nice size, particularly the bottom of her glute, and just a nice overall curve. I think she could have a bit more openness up top, a bit more lat, to try to get that hourglass appearance even more exaggerated. But I do think this is the best her delts have looked. Very beautiful shape, nice outlining, and good roundness and fullness, right? When you compare all the way back to Chicago, great delts. She looks amazing. And now in first place is Jill, and I can't get over just how she's transforming even from the Vancouver Pro. She's getting leaner, her stomach is getting tighter and flatter, and just, she's like wrung out, so twisted. It's unreal. She looks absolutely amazing. Her posing looks spectacular. Her shoulders are completely level. Her shoulders in this photo look insane also. Great shape. Like, compare this roundness to the Chicago show. Really good. Beautiful hourglass shape. She's got nice tightness and firmness and roundness in the glute, and then really good conditioning too. You've got this groove in her hip. You've got the line coming down the quad. She's got good bubbly, curvy hamstrings. Just overall, I think she's nailing it. The suit color, the hair, even her expression. She knows she looks amazing. She's doing an absolutely beautiful job, and she looks stunning. Okay, so here's the side-by-side. Amazing. All of these Masters women are so good. I'm drawn to Jill's hip. I think this line right here outlining her glute looks amazing. Vanessa, I'm drawn to this leg in the back, though I do wonder if her conditioning was a tad too much compared to the other ladies. Radka, her abs look insane. Nina's shoulders, I think, look really good. And Cheryl, oh man, her makeup is so pretty. Her overall curvy shape looks really beautiful. But I think here you can see where she could have a bit more curve to the top of the glute. Same with Radka. Jill, to me, just looks so tall. She's got that perfect balance between extremely muscular but still very thin, very narrow waist, nice hourglass shape, and a beautiful shape to her glute. And from behind, beautiful. So Jill's glutes are not the largest. I think Vanessa has a bit more size. Her glutes seem to pull lower. She's got very good outlining too of her glute ham tie-ins, but perhaps a little too much detail coming through on her hamstrings. Whereas Jill has that nice fullness and roundness and just a little bit less of a connection between the hamstring and the glute itself. You see the tie-ins, but there's still a nice fullness in the back of her legs. Nina, I think her hair could be a little bit more full. It could be a bit more of that triangular shape to accentuate her hourglass. Cheryl, I'm loving the sweep of her quads. I think her legs look great, though she could have a slightly more narrow stance. And Radka, beautiful. Great height to her glutes, nice tie-ins, gorgeous proportions with her legs as well. So that's it for this show. There's a few more shows coming up this weekend, so make sure you subscribe. Give me a like if you like this video. Comment your thoughts below, and come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.